If you look at the great masters like Bach, Beethoven, how they used intervals in music to bring around certain emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you can use different instruments. Say, for instance, different crystal bowls or singing bowls, Tibetan bowls, you use different intervals that bring about different emotional states.
Yeah, well, I know that because I've been put through various emotional states by you. And I didn't think that sound could do that to me.
Yeah, because your whole body listens. You're not just using your ears to listen to this. Your skin hears it. Your bones hear it. So you're listening with your whole entire body. And that's why it's so deep and so profound. Like with music, you're listening to the logical notes, the pattern, the melody that you can make sense of. But with this, there's so many different overtones that your brain eventually just becomes illogical to your brain and it just shuts off. Then your whole body listens. It becomes a whole body experience.
That's the journey.
Yeah, and it does become a journey. It takes everybody to a different place. In a single sound bath, one person might experience color, another person might experience deep emotions, another person might experience smells or memories. So it takes every person on their own personal journey to where they need to go. It's powerful.
And I was wondering, how come that doesn't drain you?
Well, it definitely is my intention when I start working with sound with a group of people. I come into a place of coherence, so I'm coming to a place of heart. And with that, it's the sound that's coming through. So I'm also benefiting from the sound. I'm also being invigorated and energized and having my battery charged at the same time. So the sound is the vessel that's channeling the healing. But it's alchemy. It's not just the sound. It's not just simply banging a bowl. We work a lot with intention. Jonathan Goldman, who's at the cutting edge of research in sound therapy, has said that there's a formula and it's intention plus sound equals healing. So we work a lot with intention as well. But it's definitely coming to a place of heart coherence. So it's alchemy, really. It's not just using the instrument. It's the way that you use it.
There's also, though, the experience of it. When you're using stuff like the large gong, where the sound isn't just heard in your ears anymore now. It's absolutely rolling through your body. And no, you're deliberately creating that intensity. You're deliberately using overwhelming sound, aren't you? You must be. This is part of it.
Yeah, but the gong, it takes on, it has its own unique vibrations. There's a lot of overtones because there's a lot of different metals in it. But it just, no gong sequence is the same because it's working with the energies in the room. So it's working with other resonance that's going on, other frequencies that are being projected, perhaps from people, emotions, whatever it may be. So it's different every time. But the reason why we feel it so intensely is because we're such a large proportion of us is water. And sound travels through water. You think of how dolphins and whales communicate so well through water. And so our bodies just absorb all the sound and all this frequency. And of course our bones are conductors of sound. So frequency, our bodies just love that vibration. It just loves frequency. And when you feel it like that through your body, that's where it's so different. You're listening with your whole body, like I said. It's not just putting on a pair of headphones and listening to music.
Yes.
You're actually, your whole body's, there's so much going on. It's full entrainment. And you go in, your brain wave state is changing as well. So you're going from your beta brainwave state into a relaxed state, alpha, and then through delta and into lower brainwave states. So it's taken you on that whole brainwave state, that whole journey. And when you get into those lower brainwave states and you forget your mind, you forget your body, that's when healing takes place. That's where the magic happens. That's the state that the yogis get into, the Buddhist monks, where they get into those deep states of meditation, which we struggle to do because our lives are so busy and there's always so much commentary going on that we struggle to meditate. But sound takes you there.
You say that working with groups is different. In what way?
Well, it is different. What's so wonderful about working with groups is it really brings people together. And they're small, intimate groups. So they'd be groups, a maximum of 6, 6 people in a group. So it really brings people together. We work a lot with the group intention as well as individual intentions. But it's the feeling afterwards that when a group comes out of a journey like that, the connectiveness, they've really shared, even though each journey has been so individual and so unique, they've just shared in something that is just so special.
Yeah.
So there's a closeness. It kind of breaks down boundaries as well. People kind of come out of a sound bath or sound journey feeling so connected to each other. It kind of breaks down those heart boundaries.
What was it like to encounter sound as an experience as a practitioner for the first time?
Well, my first experience of sound went back many years ago from my childhood, experiencing vibrations and frequencies. So I was aware of it from my childhood. But in my 20s, I went to a Tibetan bowl singing meditation.
Yes.
And purely by accident, and I was just blown away by the
Right.
feeling, the full feeling of the sound, just fully embodied. And then just also being from Africa, from South Africa, the rhythm of the drum, the African drum, the drum beat, the heartbeat of the earth. It's so real, it's so primal. That it's a part of all of us. It's a part of all of us. This is ancient.
Well, then you're answering the question, all right, as to where it came from. It's in your blood, literally, because of the African roots.
But it's a part of all of us.
Of course, yeah.
It's a part of all of us because everything is in a state of vibration. Everything is frequency. So it makes so much sense then, if everything is vibration and frequency, that why not work with vibration and frequency to heal ourselves, to make ourselves better, and to bring ourselves into a higher state of vibration if we feel we need to, or if we need to be more grounded, bring in those deeper tones. It's natural.
Yeah, well, you're talking about therapeutic approaches there. So you're going to really have a custom response to every unique situation. You'll feel your way into the group dynamic, say?
Yes.
Through the sound?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
And it is completely intuitive. No two sound journeys are the same. It's once you're in the space, there's no planning, you've got your instruments, it just evolves organically.
But also, it surely would have benefit for couples also, as a way of maybe breaking down barriers there too, yeah.
Absolutely. So it's wonderful working with couples, actually. Because you're creating, you've got the balance of the masculine, the feminine, and that kind of really does create the whole. It's that yin-yang energy.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful working with sound to bring those energies together. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then just the way you use the instruments as well, because instruments have their own nature too. Some bowls might be quite feminine. Some instruments might be quite masculine. So it's collaborating and using those instruments as well. Just it creates such beautiful flow. And I like to do it in a space of almost like ceremony, because it's sacredness, when there's a couple and it's love, and it's wonderful to bring in almost like ritual, just quite creating sacred space and making it very special. It becomes so tangible You know, it really sets the tone for, for the
Yes.
rest of the treatment.
Yeah.